It's a good day, the kind of day where blue skies stretch like a canvas and the warm air carries a scent that you can't buy or bottle. A rare blend of cedar, salt, and sun-baked gravel. A day that doesn't ask for much, only that you show up. The truck hums along quiet back roads, roads I've driven more times than I can count, winding past moss-draped forests, old barns with peeling paint, and the shimmer of the Puget Sound, just visible between the trees. They say that you don't step into the same river twice, but what about a tide? What about a place that's never exactly the same, but always feels like home? By now, this routine is second nature. Waders, gloves, bucket, shovel, knife. All the old companions come out of the truck, one by one. And of course Artemis, who's practically vibrating with excitement. It's her first time here, and she knows something good is about to happen, even if she has no idea what. She whines the way young dogs do, not out of impatience, but pure, unfiltered joy. It's hard not to smile at that.
Alright, come on out.
The view opens up like a secret unfolding, a quiet inlet, cradled by trees and watched over by eagles. A place where the water moves like it's half asleep, too lazy for real waves, too wild to be still. Even the planes fly slower here, like they know to show a little respect. There's always a moment, right when the trees part and the shoreline comes into view, where everything goes quiet inside. I don't say much, I don't think much either. I just stand there. It's the same place I found nearly a decade ago, and somehow it still surprises me. Oyster reef's just ahead, shimmering in the low tide. This time of year, it rises up like a sunken city, jagged, ancient, half buried in muck. But to me, it's more familiar than a street corner. I know where the good clusters live. I know which spots hold the fattest oysters and which are best to be left alone and keep growing. It's not just picking, it's selecting, each one chosen not just for size, but for promise. Back beneath the trees, the sun filters through in bands. It's windy, sure, but I've made fires in sideways rain with wood that felt more like sponges. This is easy. No big monologue needed. But I have to admit, it is nice to not have to work really hard to get a fire going and have it just go on its own. Grate goes on, fire's crackling. Wind shifts, and that smoke curls up into the fir branches like it's always belonged here. Oysters go on, shell and all, briny little bombs just waiting to pop. Each one hisses as the heat builds. They're cooking in their own liquid. The smell? Smoky, salty, faintly sweet, like the ocean's whispering a recipe. Every now and then, I give them a turn with the tongs, and I wait in the anticipation of a good meal ahead of me. One cracks just right. I lift the lid like a treasure chest, steam rising, broth bubbling inside. The brine hits the coals and sizzles loud enough to turn heads in the next zip code. Little dab of hot sauce, one bite, that's all it takes. No restaurant can replicate this. They can try, white linens, wine pairings, rooftop views. But they can't bottle this moment, this place, this flavor. Back to the beach, waders on, shovel in hand. And of course, in classic Artemis fashion, she trots ahead like the whole place is one big playground just for her. And not far away, a whole family of eagles watches us, probably wondering why I bother at all with tools. Cockles were once everywhere, sitting right on the surface like Easter eggs. I don't know where they all went, but they're always good when I find them. I reach for one shell and, like most, it's empty. And Artemis scoops it up, like I dropped my wallet, and proudly trots off with it. Good help is hard to find, it seems. We move slow. There is no rush here. The tide is low, the air is warm, and every footstep reveals more than the last. Now we're into muddy business. Horse clams. Big ones. Hidden just below the surface. Marked only by the faintest of siphon holes and the occasional squirt of seawater. Artemis gives me a look. Like, you're really digging there? Yes, girl. This is the gold. One after another, they come up. Ancient, thick shelled, and heavy with potential. Mud giving way to cream-colored beauty. A meal waiting to happen. This area has always been very productive, and it's one that always surprises me with just how much bounty it has to offer. It's muddy business, but totally worth it, even though my back is definitely killing me all along doing this. And after a lot of effort, and admittedly several empty holes that I did not show in this filming, I finally get my daily limit. The tide's creeping back in, not with noise or drama, just a slow reclaiming, like the land saying, "That's enough for today." I rinse the clams off in the water, getting as much of the dirt off of them as possible. And some of the holes I dug just minutes ago are already underwater. There is so much potential sitting in this little 5-gallon bucket. Manellas, short necks, butter clams, the final variety suite. I'm allowed 10 pounds total, and I'll make it count.
I cleared up. The Artemis here to get me. Go get her, boy. Go get her.
Some of these will end up steamed at home, others flash fried. But most of them will either wind up in a chowder or my homemade clam alfredo, which is probably the envy of the town. Some folks pay a premium for shellfish like this, served on a tray, dressed up like a delicacy. But out here, all it cost me was a bit of gas and the willingness to get my hands dirty. It's satisfying knowing exactly where your food came from, and that you earned it with your own 2 hands. Back towards the truck, pack heavier than when I started. Artemis trots beside me, tail high, paws muddy. Her first time here, but I think she gets it. At the tailgate, the ritual reverses. Waders off, gloves tucked away, gear stowed. My hands are rocking. My knees sore, but my heart's full. We roll out. Artemis already asleep in the passenger seat. She's early. So have I. The tide returns, like it always does. Quiet, steady, unchanged. And I leave the same way I came, because this isn't a visit. It's a way of life.